am making this announcement in compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act, Chapter 231, Public Law 1975, laws of the state of New Jersey. The Borough Clerk has prepared a schedule of the meetings of the governing body of the Borough of Kenilworth for the year 2021. The Borough Clerk has posted a true copy of the schedule on the bulletin board located at the front entrance of Borough Hall, and has mailed true copies of this schedule to the local source, the Star Ledger, and the Home News Tribune, and is maintaining a copy of the schedule in her office during the year 2021. During the public health emergency caused by coronavirus, the Borough Council will continue to meet on their regularly scheduled meeting dates at 6 p.m. The council meeting will continue to commence as soon as possible after the work session. Accordingly, the notice requirements of the Open Public Meetings Act have been satisfied in regard to this meeting. Please stand for the salute to the flag. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Councilwoman Cesari. Here. Councilman David.
Here.
Councilman Fenestrella.
Here.
Councilman Ladati.
Here.
Councilman Pence.
Here.
And Councilman Puglisi.
Here.
Okay, is there a motion to approve the minutes of the work session and council meeting of January 13, 2021?
Second.
Motion made by Councilman David, seconded by Councilman Fenestrella. All in favor?
Aye.
Various advisories were received from the New Jersey State League of Municipalities. The 2021 RVSA assessment and Chief Zimmerman's notification of retirement were also received.
Is there a motion to accept communications and reports?
So moved. Second.
Motion made by Councilman Ladati, seconded by Councilman David. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Kenilworth currently has a total of 698 COVID-19 cases that have been reported to the Health Department. Of these cases, 136 have fallen in the past 30 days, with 9 new infections in the past 7 days. The positive cases continue to rise in our community. Please wear a mask, practice social distancing, avoid close contact with people who are sick, avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth, and please stay home if you are sick. I recently attended a pilot seminar on behalf of the borough. I also attended the Union County Transportation Advisory Board meeting. This exists as part of the transportation planning process and as a local input to the Union County Board of Commissioners. The vote against Lou Demando to serve in the volunteer position as Kenilworth's representative to the Transportation Advisory Board is, in one word, perplexing. Having a representative on the board as the national administration considers major funding for the Gateway project is important. Kenilworth should have a voice. These projects could positively affect property values and are vitally important to commuters. Louis Demando, with his professional experience in law enforcement and wide acquaintances with county officials, make him an ideal candidate. A few things that will be happening in our area is the installation of an LED Hawk light system on the boulevard by Normahegan Park to help people safely cross the boulevard from one side of the park to the other. And also, the Gordon Street Bridge is set to be replaced this spring. And I would like to congratulate our police chief, John Zimmerman, on his retirement. A special thank you for your service to our borough, his dedication to his department and to our community. The job of a police chief is a tough one and a commitment he delivered on for 31 years. I have always had a great deal of respect for him, and I look forward to working with the new chief. I wish he and his family the very best. He deserves a wonderful retirement. Thank you, Police Chief. Okay, finance report. Councilman Ladati.
Thank you, Mayor. Safe sentiments here, John. I've known you since, I guess you were a pop-up police force. And congratulations on your retirement. And enjoy, please. The finance report. The finance system has enrolled over. Departments have started entering purchase orders, requisitions, and vendors will be paid. So that's perfect for us. First quarter taxes are due February 1st. with a grace period through February 10th. Payments received after 4:30 p.m. on Friday the 10th will be subject to interest retroactive to February 1st. Please be advised, due to the pandemic, there are social distancing protocols in place. If you are paying in person, only 4 people will be allowed to wait online in the hallway at one time. Okay, it's going to be winter, so some may have to go out and sit in the cars for a while. The property tax reimbursement program, AKA Senior Freeze, the deadline has been extended to February 1st. All PTR applications must be postmarked by February 1st and mailed to the state. The Finance Committee will have its meeting on Tuesday at 5 p.m. This is for budget purposes, introduction of the new CFO and his protocols for keeping the finance department afloat. And I'd like to thank the girls that work at our finance department who did an excellent job. They kept us going, they worked late, and they were very efficient at what they did. So kudos to them, and they're just a very bunch of happy ladies, and I was happy with that. But that's all I have, Mayor, on the finance side.
Okay, thank you, Councilman Ladati. Department of Public Works, Councilman David.
Thank you, Mayor. Short and sweet. Just want to say that I think this is the first time since the DPW's come around that all the members have been trained at CPR and AED training. They were just trained in that last week. So all members of the DPW are now trained in doing CPR and AED. I continue to collect curbside recycling. The first 3 weeks of January, I collected 50.56 tons. 6 containers switched out for $200 each. Curbside leaf collection has been completed. There are a few issues. The salt dome down there needs the roof replaced. It's leaking and it's rotted. The doors are unsafe, so we're looking into getting that fixed. Garbage truck, sanitation truck needs to be repaired. But otherwise, everything else is going good. Recycling's going. We're a little short on manpower, so hopefully we're going to be looking to hire a couple of laborers and a CDL driver in the future. That's pretty much all I got.
Okay, thank you, Councilman David. Department of Public Safety, Councilwoman Tesseri.
Thank you, Mayor. Before I give my report, I just want to congratulate Chief Don Zimmerman on his retirement. You're welcome. I received a report from him, and on January 14th, 686 Fairfield Avenue, there was a report of criminal mischief to a Durango. The front passenger side window and passenger side mirror were intentionally damaged. The suspects are unknown. On January 20th, pipe fitters, from there was stolen a motor vehicle, dump truck, trailer, and mini excavator. Dump truck was recovered in Newark by the Newark Police Department. Philippone's Pharmacy, there was a smash and grab burglary incident on November 11th at 1:53 a.m. and it came to a close this past Thursday when Detective Sean Kaverick and Officer Anthony Tanks assisted the Drug Enforcement Administration and Hudson County Prosecutor's Office with the arrest warrants signed by DEA for numerous suspects involved in multiple burglaries and thefts of pharmacies throughout New Jersey. This has been going on from October 11, 2020 through December 22nd, 2020. They would forcibly enter the pharmacies, and the main thing that they took were the controlled substances and other prescription drugs, but mainly the Schedule 2, 3, and 5 narcotics, controlled substances. There were other pharmacies also victimized throughout New Jersey. Other towns, Secaucus, North Bergen, Linden, Gothenburg, Kenilworth was one of them, Madison, Short Hills, Island, Jersey City, West New York, North Arlington, and Lyndhurst. So we thank you, Detective Caverick and Officer Tanks, for your service in catching them. And that's all I have.
Okay, thank you, Councilwoman Tesiri. Planning and Zoning, Councilman Fenestrella.
Thank you, Mayor. I would also like to take the time to congratulate police chief gentlemen on well deserved.
Thank you.
Basically, this month's reorg, it was a reorg in the Planning and Zoning Board meeting, began with the swearing in of new members, the appointment of the attorney, planner, and engineer, and the discussion of the renovation of the gas station, Sunoco, on the corner of Michigan and the Boulevard. And that's all I'm going, and that was pretty much it.
Okay, thank you, Councilman Fenestrella. Recreation and Fire, Councilman Pence.
There's no fire report for this month until the February meeting. Recreation report, I attended the January 14th meeting. They reported that Chris's movie night was a success, and they're looking to do another movie night either in the spring or the summer. They elected their committee chair and secretary. The chair will be Joe Kratzer, and the secretary will be Carrie Bagnuski. There'll be a Valentine's Day winter-themed hunt throughout the town, and details will be announced on the direct Facebook page. Crafts will continue at home, and the same thing, recreation page will guide them. They will do softball, middle school baseball, middle school soccer this year. The basketball has been canceled due to COVID. Easter egg hunt is tentatively scheduled for Saturday, March 27th, weather permitting. Check their Facebook page for registration. And summer camp is, they possibly may have it, but due to COVID restrictions, they have to watch their Facebook page also. That's all I have.
Okay, thank you, Councilman Pence. Health, Education, and Welfare, Councilman Puglisi.
Thank you. With regard to the library, I'm pleased to report that the Kenilworth Public Library received the New Jersey Library Association Public Relations and Marketing Award for the Surprise Us category. That was given to the public library in recognition of their Yarny skins. They gave out these Yarny skins during the tasting event that they attended, and kudos go to them for receiving this award. As for the Board of Health, we have the reorg meeting. It was Dr. Foreman was nominated and voted to be president, and Mayor Klinder was voted vice president. With regard to the COVID vaccine, I'm sure many of you heard that last Saturday, I believe it was, yes, on Saturday at 11, the county, Union County, opened up at 11 a.m. on their website to register for some more vaccines, and by 11:15 the website was down because everyone was full. At least all the scheduling was full. As I said before, this is good news and bad news. It's good news that so many people want to get the vaccine, right? To reach the goal of 70%. That's been put out there. Obviously the bad news is that apparently there's a supply chain problem in getting the vaccine to even these mega sites. So that's all I have.
Okay, thank you. Next for council consideration is the consent agenda. Is there a motion to approve?
Motion. Second.
Motion made by Councilman David, seconded by Councilman Fenestrella.
Resolutions 1 to 14 are listed on the consent agenda and will be enacted by one motion. All items will be recorded individually in full in the minutes. Councilwoman Cesari?
Yes.
Councilman David?
Yes.
Councilman Fenestrella?
Yes.
Councilman Ladati?
Yes.
Councilman Pence?
Yes.
And Councilman Puglisi.
Yes.
That's all I have this evening.
Okay, thank you. I'd have the pleasure of honoring retirement of Karen Pavone. Unfortunately, Karen cannot join us this evening, but I have a proclamation for her that I would like to read. It is with great honor that the Borough of Kenilworth recognizes the retirement of Karen Pavone after almost 25 years of dedicated professional and honorable service. And whereas Karen Pavone began her career with the Kenilworth Public Library in March of 1996, throughout her tenure, Ms. Pavone was recognized as a highly capable, competent, and efficient employee. And whereas Karen faithfully and thoroughly fulfilled her roles and responsibilities, frequently going above and beyond. And Karen Pavone retired on January 1st, 2021. The sincere and conscientious efforts she demonstrated on the job have dramatically benefited the Borough of Kenilworth, but none so more than the Kenilworth Public Library. I, therefore, Linda Karlovich, Mayor of the Borough of Kenilworth, County of Union, and the State of New Jersey, on behalf of the Kenilworth Borough Council, extend personal best wishes upon her retirement and for continued success in her life's pursuits. May God continue to bless Karen and her family. I hereunto set my hand on the 27th day of January 2021. Thank you. Congratulations, Karen. Thank you for your years of service to our borough. We're grateful to you, and we hope you have a long and happy retirement. Okay, I'd like a motion to open the floor to the public.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Motion made by Councilman Puglisi and seconded by Councilwoman Cesari. All in favor? If anyone would like to step forward, have anything to say for the good and well-being of Kenilworth, please come forward, state your name and address.
Okay. Paula Drogan, Kenilworth. I get confused coming these only 2 times since I retired. And I was speaking at the work session, but I thought it was the regular meeting. So I apologize, but I want it on record that I worked with John Zimmerman probably the 30 years he was here. He was on the Alliance fighting drugs and alcohol abuse for probably 25 years. He was there before I was. Never did I ever ask him for anything, even when he didn't want to be the chairman anymore. I said, please don't leave me. And he stayed on and on. He has been one of the best people I have ever worked with in 30 years, both in welfare, social services, senior services, and the Alliance. So I'm sorry he's retiring, but you are losing one of the best workers I've ever worked with. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Seeing no one else, I'd like a motion to close the floor to the public.
So moved.
Second.
Okay. Motion made by Councilman Ladati, seconded by Councilwoman Cesari. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Does anyone else have anything to say for the good and welfare of the borough?
John, you going to be here in 2 weeks, I guess?
Also be here.
All right, so I'll save my goodbyes to then. I guess, Mayor, you said something was perplexing and it dealt with Del Mondo. Is that what it was?
I did say that,
Yeah,
yes.
was it de novo?
Correct.
All right, so, and if you would have asked, we would have told you. I think, at least from my perspective, I can only speak for myself. This gentleman, seems like a fine guy to me. I don't know him, I think I've ever met him.
Dedicated public servant.
Yeah, I'm sure he is. But from what I've seen from here, is that this is his 4th committee. And I would just respectfully recommend that rather than appointing one person to 4 committees, is put it out there to the public, just so we get more community involvement, and just say, hey, listen.
He actually was, Mr. Biner was appointed, and they changed the meetings till 3:30 in the afternoon, and it was a difficult schedule. I knew that he would do very well in that position and advocate for Kenilworth, and I asked him if he could fit it in, and he was able to because he works shift work, and it was a good fit. So he wasn't actually the first person that was appointed to that position.
You understood, but before you nominated him, I would respect, because I know Mr. Beener's been there for a while, and I'm sure he's done a good job, but before you automatically go to somebody that's already been on 3 other committees, or maybe there's other committees.
I respect your opinion, and thank you
All right,
very much.
let me finish that. So this is his 4th committee, so, and I understand, I believe the 2 other committees he's on meet at virtually the same time, so, so, I mean, quite frankly, I just think that you can nominate whom you want, but I
Correct.
respectfully recommend that, and you can take this with a grain of salt, should you like, that you just open it up to more people and get more community involvement and say, listen, we have.
You know what, I respect your opinion, and I'm going to end you right now. I'm going to stop you right now. It's enough already. Okay. If there's nothing else to brought before the council, I'll entertain a motion
as
to
well, in the
adjourn.
middle of a pandemic, you're changing the members of the Board of Health. You removed the healthcare worker. I mean, that's perplexing. You want to talk about
We
perplexing?
have an
That's perplexing.
excellent Board of Health.
I'm sure
and
you
some
do, but you
new,
know what?
fresh
In the middle of a
people.
pandemic, you don't take a licensed professional off. I mean, respectfully. I mean, it's not like, I mean, there's a time and place for everything. That wasn't the time and place.
All right, we have very qualified people on the Board of Health. Okay.
I'm sure they're qualified, but.
If there's nothing else to be brought before the council, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. Motion made by Councilman David, seconded by Councilman Wadati. All in favor? Aye. Thank you, everyone.